Hey there, Pokefans. A couple of things before we get started. My name is Matt, and welcome back to a brand new video where we continue our climb through Season 13. It's officially upon us, and I'm actually really I'm excited to play through the season, but I'm also low energy. I'm sick. I'm still trying to get over it, and I still feel like crap. But we're going to do a short video today. I think about 3 matches. It depends on how I'm feeling. But before we get into the battle, just know a couple of things that came out from Cerebi.net. This is where I get a lot of my information besides Pokemon official channels and what they put on YouTube. So from now, the time of this recording until December 21st, we can now battle against Palkia and Dialga and the 5-star Terra raids. So that's going to be really neat. Hope you guys get those. There is 2 new refundable rewards that we can get. Not refundable, but 2 codes. One is for Darkrai and one is for a Shiny Lucario. The code for Shiny Lucario is going to be Shiny Buddy, and the code for Darkrai is New Moon is Coming, and it's all by the Pokemon text in there. When you go to redeem it in the rewards thing, I think it's called, it's in the Poke Portal, mystery gift. Put the gift in and you put the password in, and then that's how you get that. Podcast comes out on Saturday morning. Hopefully it's before any type of Pokemon episode I plan on giving out, which we are going back to Monday through Fridays for standard season 13 stuff. I am still trying to feel better, but I also want to open myself up to maybe posting a little bit more than just Pokemon content on the weekends, just to kind of give you guys a heads up. Like maybe some people like this, maybe some people like that. There's a couple of games I would love to record and see if you guys would like to watch that. And obviously, let me know what you guys think in the description or the comment box down below, or anything that I plan on releasing. And I do have a community tab. I will post something when you guys see this video that will be planned for that as well. So yeah, guys, welcome back to Season 13. This is exciting. I'm down to get ready. And let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, with the new team built, let's go ahead and do like 3 matches, and we'll call it good. I'm still trying to get better. We got Tornadus, Chien Pao, Urshifu, Golden Go. Oh wait, that's my team, duh. We have Ceruledge, Gallade, King Gambit, Dragapult, Jolteon, and Grimmsnarl. Ugh, it feels so ugh. Okay. I don't really have to worry about King Gambit too much. He is a dark type. Maybe I can hit him with Zen Headbutt. I can also hit Ceruledge really hard too. Let's do this team first, and then switch off to maybe Chien Pao and then Ogerpon in case if I need to do some like immediate switch-ins. Their team's still beginning of the league. Well, for me anyway. It's probably not for everyone else. The team is out there, but we'll see what goes on. So it's Grimmsnarl, Ceruledge, totally fine. But I do have to worry about getting hit a lot by the Grimmsnarl, so I'm probably going to use the Terra here to save him, because this booster energy is going to be really good. I can't taunt the Grimmsnarl. I could taunt the Ceruledge, but he's actually going to go down. So I'm going to Rain Dance. So I can't hit the Grimmsnarl for a lot, but I'm going to Throat Chop the Ceruledge, which may knock him out. Grimmsnarl does also have Fake Out, which could be the option here. But maybe they'll think that I'm the acrobatic set, so they won't really care as much. We shall see. No Fake Out. That's cool. Thunder Wave will hit the Roaring Moon. Paralyzed, can't move. It's gonna have its speed. Bitter Blade goes over and hits the Tornadus, which isn't gonna do a whole lot. That's a Life Orb, but here comes the Throat Chop right into that slot. It's gonna knock him out. The +1 were pretty solid. Like I said, we won't do all 5 matches. I'm here, but I'm not here, but we'll do our best. Okay, Jolteon comes out next, which is another terrible choice. Gosh dang it. Swap out to... I have a feeling he's going to go after... I'm going to set up Tailwind. Tailwind's probably going to be like the best thing that I could do. And then I'm going to protect on Roaring Moon. They're also going to Terra. It's probably going to go to the Jolteon. Yep, that's correct. Terra Electric. So he's definitely going to be taking advantage of like thunders because the rain is up. But I'm going to protect here so he can't attack into that slot. And I'm going to get Tailwind up because I need to have it up for everyone else in the back. Grimmsnarl goes up with Light Screen. Volt Switch, and it goes over to... Wow. Goes over to the Roaring Moon. Okay. Let's swap to Ogerpon. I haven't calced for Jolteon. This is the problem. And we'll throat chop the Jolteon. It's weird because I haven't really seen anyone use Jolteon, so yay for them. Volt Switch. It's gonna go over to Roaring Moon, which is gonna survive. That's dope. Looked like that was a Scarf play to bring out the Gallade. All right, throat chop into that slot. Barely holds on because of the sash. And Grimmsnarl does Spirit Break over to the Ogerpon, which doesn't do anything. Unfortunate for them, but you know, fortunate for me. We're gonna hit the Grimmsnarl, and I'm gonna go ahead and protect on the Roaring Moon. I'm gonna try to get as much value out of this Pokemon as possibly can. We do know that his last three Pokemon are Grimmsnarl, Gallade, and Jolteon. So Reflect goes up. Brick Break would be great here, but here comes Ivy Cudgel into that slot. Does barely any damage. Psycho Cut. Wasn't it Ogerpon? Does barely any damage too. Going to do Follow Me. And I'm going to go ahead and do... Breaking Swipe. It's not going to do anything to the Grimmsnarl, but it's going to hit the Gallade. Breaking Swipe doesn't do anything to Grimmsnarl, but it is going to knock out the Gallade, which is what I wanted. And it's going to force Grimmsnarl to attack into... Ogerpon. Barely takes any damage. That was 100% the plan. Okay, Tailwind's gone, and so is the rain. He resends out Jolteon. Let's go ahead and Spiky Shield. And... swap to... Chien-Pao. I'm going to lose out on the booster energy, but I can't do anything more with this Pokemon, and I need to be able to swap out to someone else next turn. So... Spiky Shield goes up. No Thunder. Volt Switch goes over to the protected Ogerpon. Spirit Break goes over to the Chien-Pao, which is going to do a lot of damage. I forgot that he's Dark type, so Fairy is going to do a lot. I'm going to do Follow Me. Actually, would Follow Me work here? I mean, Jolteon's probably locked into Volt Switch. Yeah, follow me to then hit this Jolteon for Ice Spinner. Gain the center of attention. Volt Switch. Goes right into Ogerpon. Not very effective, but it does knock him out. Ice Spinner. So that Pokemon does barely not get the KO. And here comes Spirit Break. Gonna knock out Chimpao. Tornadus comes back. Roaring Moon comes back. So I think it's unfortunate for us that we're going to lose this fight. I'm going to Tailwind to hopefully get Roaring Moon back to where he was. He has no item, no ability. His Burrow Synthesis is off. But I'm hoping that this double in speed gives him enough to be able to outspeed the Jolteon. Does not. Volt Switch goes off and it's going to KO. Oh, goes right to the Tornadus instead. Alright. It's not a bad call. I was really hoping, but Spirit Break is going to knock out Roaring Moon though. Definite misplay on my part, for sure. Maybe I shouldn't have Terra and Roaring Moon and just swapped him out instead. But I wanted to see how he would do in the first fight. And he doesn't do half bad. I don't think mine's... I don't think he would be able to like withstand like a lot of attacks that I thought he would, but still, not bad match. We'll get into our second one. Ooh, this is gonna be very interesting. We got Roaring Moon, Alolan Ninetales, Golden Go, Ogerpon, Landorus, and Milotic. So in this matchup, we're gonna want to bring in someone that's gonna be able to cause a lot of ruckus. Too bad I don't have Flutter Mane though, but I do have my own Roaring Moon that I can do a lot of damage with. But I am afraid of the Alolan Ninetales that's gonna be coming out. So we'll bring in our Golden Go to first start us off. Oh, I don't have anyone to deal with the Ogerpon now. I mean, Tornadus can, but I don't think anyone else is going to be able to. We'll bring in Urshifu and Chimpao. So we'll bring in 2 special attackers, 2 physical attackers. I would still like to try to figure out a way to get Chi-Yu into this team, but it's a lot. It's a lot to ask for, to be honest. I think it would be really interesting to come out with like a Tornadus Chi-Yu team that relies on the sun. We have Ninetales and Roaring Moon versus Tornadus and Golden Go. Exactly how I want this to go. Snow Warren's going to go up. Booster Energy is going to activate on the Roaring Moon. So his attack goes up. Totally cool with that. I'm going to Rain Dance to offset that thing, and I'm going to make it rain. So it's going to knock out the Ninetales. They're going to Terra. It's probably going to go to the Roaring Moon. And it does. And it's flying, so it's probably the acrobatic set. That's what I would assume too, but that's why I do like a fake one. Rain Dance. Turn off Aurora Veil. See? Knew it. And it stops me having to use Taunt. Knockoff goes off next. Ooh, Golden Go goes down. Down goes Golden Go. How unfortunate, but that's okay. Because now I can bring out Chimpao, who's going to put a lot of pressure upward to this Roaring Moon, who now will fall to Chimpao's attacks. And to make it even more abundant, I'm going to go ahead and then Tailwind and then attack into that Roaring Moon. Now I could swap out here to go into something completely different. That would make a lot of sense, but it looks like that's not their plan. They're going to stick with what they've got. So Ice Spinner goes right into that Roaring Moon, and it's going to take him out. Mine's fully invested into attack with Life Orb, so that's where that extra damage comes from. Ninetales does Moonblast into the Chien Pao, and he barely lives with 7 HP. Makes me want to rethink about bringing him out for next turn, but not a bad matchup. Oh, shiny Militech. That's dope. Let's go ahead and Bleak Wind. And what do I have in the back? Urshifu? Yeah, let's bring out Urshifu. He's also going to be weak against, you know, Alolan Ninetales, but at least it won't be like bad. Oh, they protected instead. That's good. It's good. That's what I like to see. Bleakwood Storm will miss the Ninetales, but it'll hit them the Milotic. That's a great amount of... Oh, that was a crit. That's a good amount of damage. Icy Wind goes off. Tornado avoids it, so Urshifu is going to get hit by it. Lowers his speed 1 stage. I have Tailwind for 2 more turns, so I'm good here. Bleakwind Storm again, and I'm going to Terra Surgeon Strikes into the Ninetales. Going for the off switch here is pretty good for Terra choice. I thought about doing it for Chien Pao, and it's like, no, it's probably not a good idea. Bleakwind hits both, brings them down to low, lowers Ninetales speed, and Milotic speed. Competitive, yep. Doubles the special attack of that Pokemon. And activates the Citrus Berry as well. Not bad. Here comes Surgeon Strikes though, and it's going to go right into the Alolan Ninetales. And no Rocky Helmet, so it's most likely a Mental Herb or Covert Cloak. It could also be something else, but those are the 2 items I would have definitely equipped if I was doing Alolan Ninetales with Aura Veil. Definitely leaning over to Mental Herb because I wanted to make sure that I could get off Aura Veil and not have to worry about it. Fire Ogerpon hits the field next, which I have to be very, very careful here because that Pokemon's going to be able to knock me out completely. So I'm going to just go ahead and go right onto the offensive, even through Spiky Shield if it has it. There it is. It can't hold another item because it has to hold the mask. Bleakwood Storm's going to hit the Milotic. It's going to do a little bit of damage, but with Recover, it's going to be fine. I just need to do a lot of damage to this Ogerpon. Depending on how it's built, it's probably going to fall here. Oh yeah, it's going down. And what's really cool is that the Spiky Shield only acts on 1 attack instead of all 3. It's not like Rocky Helm. Oh, it actually doesn't hurt Urshifu because Unseen Fist. That's dope. That's good to know. Tornadus avoids that attack because he's a boss. Rain officially stopped, so that's cool. And Tailwind's gone. I kind of want to have Rain back up so I could do Surgeon Strikes again on Milotic. And do that extra damage. Ugh. My apologies. 1. That's a crit. Oh, all of them are crits too. And here comes the 3rd. Oh, it's bringing it down to just like 1 to 3. Most likely 2. Icy Wind hits the Tornadus. That's still a lot of damage, but you're not going to drop his speed because Covert Cloak says so. Secondary effects of the Covert Cloak on means that it doesn't do anything, so that's cool. And we'll just end the match with that. Yeah, Bleakwind Storm. Offsetting one's Terra type is really, really good. I definitely misplayed it when Golden Go was immediately knocked out, but it's kind of hard to withstand with someone else's Roaring Moon if it's built the way that I would have it built, which is mine's Jolly, but if you go full attack, it goes 210 with like adamant and like 252, and with the +1 for photosynthesis, which adds another 30%. So whatever your current attack value is, then becomes times by 1.3. And by my calculations, it was actually scratch that. Here is the calc, right? Mine is currently set, and I'm gonna bring it up on Showdown. My Roaring Moon's attack is currently 191 at Jolly Nature. At Adamant Nature, it brings it up to 210. So that +1, right? Now that +1 is what I thought that you would get from photosynthesis. No, if you put in 191, which is currently what mine is, times that by 1.3, you get 248. And how we can go by that is by the simple mathematical equation of what it would be like for Fluttermane getting a speed boost with booster energy. The maximum speed that Fluttermane can get is 205, and then it gets that speed boost, which goes up by 1.5. So if you put that in, 205 times 1.5, you get 307.5. But they don't really work in decibels, so I think anything 5 and less gets rounded down. I think everything gets rounded down to just have the full whole number value. So Roaring Moon's attack power, or his attack, is actually 248 when he's summoned, outside of having Adamant, and it would be higher if you did Adamant to make it 210. If you did that, the total attack number would be times 1.3, 273. So you're hitting almost 275 in physical attack, which is really, really hard to get over. But it's something to consider if you guys are planning on using Roaring Moon yourself. It was something that I was really thinking of and was diving deep in whether or not that I wanted to use this Pokemon. Now, again, I use Zen Headbutt to counter all Weezings, and I don't have Knockoff to maybe counter Golden Ghost, because a lot of the times I'm going to think that they're going to tear it into something else. And I also have Chi and Pao. They can also counter Golden Ghost pretty easily as well. So I do have other options to be able to take down Golden Ghost, but it's going to be like, which one do you think is going to be like the best or your team comp? Mine is between those two. Or maybe just Golden Go himself. He can take himself out. It's pretty dope. Shadow Ball still hurts regardless of who it came from. So there's that. Anyways, let's get to our next match. And most likely our final match of the video. Okay, final game of the video. We've got Armarouge, Sneasler, Indeedee, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. So I'm pretty sure they're going to open up with the Armarouge Indeedee combo, so I think we could take full advantage of the Roaring Moon combo that we have. Because they're going to possibly go into Trick Room, I don't think Tornadus coming out first is going to be like the best bet. So I think Chien-Pao, Roaring Moon, going into Ogerpon to maybe Golden Go is going to be the best for this particular matchup. Because again, I want to prevent them from taking advantage of our speediest Pokemon. Now, Golden Go and Ogerpon are slower on purpose. If you guys remember in the last video, episode 0, when we go through the team breakdown, Golden Go's max speed on my team is 114 outside of Tailwind, and Ogerpon's max speed outside of Tailwind is 117. So both are incredibly slow, but I don't know if they're going to activate Trick Room because they're going to have Pokemon like Fluttermane in the back and Sneasler, who is going to be very, very helpful in the early stages. But they could also just take complete advantage of Armarouge's Expanding Force. But I don't know if that's going to be the thing in this match because I'm literally throwing up 2 Dark types that can easily destroy this team. We'll just see what happens first and foremost, but I think this is what's going to happen. My first target is definitely going to be the Armarouge, though. Absolutely. And then something in Fluttermane. So it's Sneasler and Fluttermane. So they brought out the faster Pokemon first, which is not great. But I believe I can maybe outspeed the Fluttermane, or at least knock it out with a Sucker Punch here. But I'm going to need to save one of them. I'm going to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. I'm going to Terra the Roaring Moon, and I'm going to hit Sneasler with the Zen Headbutt. Again, I wasn't assuming that they're going to bring out their fast team. I thought they would come out with Indeedee Armarouge, but they probably decided against that because they probably saw that I had 2 dark types, so it's going to completely negate that that whole thing, and probably decided to just go with the faster Pokemon and see if I can overcome that, and then maybe go into their second strat, because it could still be a thing. I also think that Sneasler could use Fake Out, so we'll see. Sneasler's going to Protect instead, so that's good. Sucker Punch is going to hit the Fluttermane, and it does not get the KO. It's pretty low, though. But Zen Headbutt's going to fail. But I think Fluttermane's going to take out the Chien-Pao. Moonblast to the Chien-Pao goes down. No way to survive that. Which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Because now we're going to bring out Ogerpon, which threatens that Fluttermane immediately. Mold Breaker. And I'm going to go ahead and click Follow Me here. And then Zed headbutting that Sneasler again. Because Fake Out cannot be used now, so I don't have to worry about it. The reason why I'm not going with the typical acrobatics thing is because of the fact that it doesn't have priority. And I could do Aerial Ace, which may or may not do the same thing, but I don't want it to become a problem. Here comes Psychic Surge over on the Indeedee. It's going to proc the Psychic Seed on the Sneasler, and he's also going to Terra. Knowing that I have Zen Headbutt, they're gonna Terra to go to Rock. So that's interesting. So Terra Blast, Terra Rock into well, it's not gonna go into my guy. Oh, Rock Slide? Okay. Okay. It's not the KO, but it gets really close. Send Headbutt. We're gonna Wood Hammer into that slot, and I'm gonna Protect. I was not expecting Rock Slide, to be honest with you guys. Indeedee does follow me, which is totally fine. Dire Claw goes into the Protect, and here comes the Wood Hammer. Into the Indeedee because it crits and it knocks it out. Then I knock out my own Ogerpon. I did. Rocky Helmet did do a lot of damage there, so obviously it's going to take out my Pokemon. Again, which is really unfortunate, but now I'm left with Golden Go and Roaring Moon, and they're left with Sneasler and Fluttermane. At least I think so. I think they still have 3, actually, now that I think about it. Yes, they do. So let's go ahead and use some Make It Rain to hit both. And I used Protect the last turn. Yes, I did. So let's hit the Rope Chop then. On the Sneasler. I mean, why not? Dire Claw. It's gonna knock out the Roaring Moon, which is unfortunate. Does this Fluttermane have Power Gem? Probably does. Shadow Ball. Does Golden Go live? Does in fact live. Make It Rain comes out and knocks out both these Pokemon. So who's your last? Who's your last Pokemon? And I get a little bit of HP due to leftovers. Let's go. Is it Urshifu? Because I'm so done if it is. Can't read that. It is. It's Urshifu and it's Rapid Strike. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Yep, let's go for it. Surgeon Strikes. Yep. That was a good game. Definitely could have done things a little bit better, but I was really hoping that they would open up with the Armorage Entity and not the Sneasler Fluttermane. So it went literally like, oh, we could do Trick Room just to upset people, or we could do it without Trick Room and still upset people. Definitely wasn't looking for the Terra Rock Rock Slide. So that's something else. But at least I know that both Roaring Moon and Ogerpon survived that attack from that Pokemon that literally uses Rock Slide. So that's really cool. Definitely one of the hardest matches I've had so far. But yeah, that was pretty neat. Kind of like that. All right, guys. So it's going to be the end of the video. And I do apologize again for not recording 5 matches, but only 3, but only because of the fact that I am not feeling too good. And I'm still trying to get better, but still provide content for you guys to watch. We went 1 and 2, which is not bad for our first battle of the season. We're about 7 days late at this point, at least at the time of recording. We're halfway through Great Ball, which is totally fine. We started out 3 quarters and was really hoping to, get into Master Ball within the first video, but you can't win them all. And sometimes you do struggle, and we are trying out, a different EV build for Ogerpon and a brand new Pokemon altogether. So obviously there is going to be some moving about for parts and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And we'll definitely get better from here. But since it is the end of the video, I just want to thank you guys for watching as long as you have and your support going forward. It definitely means a lot to me. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and leave a like on the video if you like it, or dislike it if you didn't. You can leave a comment down below, as I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. And it is one of the best ways to get a hold of me if you guys want to convert and have a good conversation and all of that. If you guys don't want to do that, you can follow my socials in the description. I do have a Discord server specifically for this channel and Pokemon battles and related Pokemon stuff. And you guys can go ahead and follow me on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. I don't really like calling it X. Kind of makes it sound like it's a porn site, but it's definitely it's pseudo Twitter. That's what we'll call it. If you guys are a brand new viewer, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It does help out the channel, and it lets me know that I deserve it. Yay, thank you. And if you guys are a returning viewer of mine and just like watching random battles, go ahead and hit it. It's completely free and it helps out the channel. Definitely butters me up and helps, more people see the videos. And that's pretty much it. That's all that I've got for you guys. Today is going to be Friday, so I'll be back with more Pokemon stuff on Monday. So I'm going to be recording Pokemon stuff Monday through Friday, and then having some separate, maybe special videos on Saturday and or Sunday. So you guys will see a ton, but right now we're doing Monday through Friday content, and then possibly more if I start feeling better to get more content recorded. But for now, it's Monday through Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.